Good morning and happy Wednesday. I can't believe that there's only 3 more coffee corners after this week. It seems like the summer has really just flown by. I really have been enjoying these coffee corners, and I really do enjoy them. It's a great way to start off my Wednesday, and I hope that you guys who watched in the live or watch on the replays are enjoying them as well. So, I'm in lots of different groups between Universal and SeaWorld and Disney for travel agents. Good morning, Grow Guy. Welcome in, Ryan. And this morning a topic came up, and I want to know your guys' thoughts. We already kind of talked about it in the group, but I want to know what you think. Somebody said, I have a client that's staying. Ryan says hello. Rain. The agent has a client that's staying off property, and they wanted to know if they could just drive to the nearest resort and park there and use the buses so they didn't have to pay for parking. And we're all like, no, that's not for you. No. Hold on. They're like, well, it just doesn't seem fair that they have to pay $25 per day to park at the Disney parks, or they have to pay, I think, whatever it is per day at the resort. So they decided to stay off property. And we're all like, well, sorry, that's what you get. So, but here's the thing. In everything that you do, there's going to be someone whose morals don't always line up with the rest of the group. And somebody goes, well, parking space is a parking space. I encourage my clients to do it all the time. And I'm like, okay, and here's why. When you drive up to a resort and you get there, there's hardly any parking, because agents are encouraging this no. Now I get it. You can drive to any of the resorts and go eat and do whatever. So who's to say that you aren't going to go jump on a bus and go to a theme park? I get that. Sam and I did it while we were in Florida. When we left Disney Springs, we got cleaned up and we went to Pop Century to kind of wander around and have dinner. Yeah, that's exactly it. I'll cover that in a second. But when we drove up, we almost cried because the guy goes, "Are you checking in?" And we're like, "No." And he's like, "Then how can we help you here at Pop Century?" And I said, "Well, we're just here to eat some dinner and wander around the resort a little bit. We're only in town for one day on our way home after a cruise." And the guy was like, okay. He actually said, we typically have a limit of how long you can park and not be a resort guest. Okay, number one, I don't know how they're tracking that because we didn't have like a magic band or anything for them to scan. But he did go back and look at our license plate. So I don't know, and he jotted something down in a notebook and he looked at his watch. So I'm assuming that he was noting what time we were there and what our license plate was, so that, when security was driving around, they go, hey, this car's been here for like 4 hours. Well, they said they were just going to wander around the resort for a couple hours and eat some dinner. I wonder if they went to the theme park anyway. But we weren't there for even 2 hours, I don't think. I don't remember. It could have been about a couple hours. But I digress. And you are correct. That is why the buses don't go to the parks from Disney Springs. Oh, the fun part now is that people are suggesting you park at Disney Springs, take a bus to the resort, and the resort to the parks. And I'm going, guys, if you don't quit trying to abuse the system, we're gonna have to pay to park at Disney Springs. That's just how it's gonna go. And quite frankly, I'm surprised that we haven't yet. It'd be just, even if it was $5, Disney could be generating a ton of income on the parking at Disney Springs. We caught heck trying to get to Contemporary. We want to do Poly browsing this weekend, but probably go to the Springs to Poly via bus. Yeah. Here's the long and the short of it, I guess, is you have to do what lets you sleep at night. If you're going to try to go around the system and you're in the end that's worth it to you, I guess there's nothing that anyone can say that will change your mind. But if you are if you're trying to do things the right way, then you'll do it the right way. And I mean, that's just, and see, when I was last year, I was with Angela from Diz Our Dream, and she's a DVC member, and she can technically park at any of the parking lots that has the DVC resort. But even the main gate guy tried to say, no, you can't do that, and she's like, yes, I can. It's on my DVC card, and the guy really gave her a hard time about it. And I mean, I get it. The deluxe resort, like, for some reason, and I don't know why, the deluxe resorts have such minimal parking, and the deluxe resorts, I think I get it. They're not quite as big as like the values because, like, I mean, they don't have to be, but still, if you've got when you're putting together a resort, in theory, you have to go by the thought process that everyone is going to drive. That way you have ample parking, and then you up it by like half. So, I mean, I don't know. That's just me. Because especially when it comes to like your values, maybe like a family of 10 is checking in, and they're going to have 2 to 3 cars. You know, that's just my thought process. I don't understand theirs. So, but that's my kind of morning rant. Do things the right way. Follow the rules. Then we'll be all good. Then we'll be just fine. Funnier thing, in another one of my groups. Okay, sidebar. Am I the only one that does this? I'm pretty sure I am. That refrigerated pasta, like Bertolli or whatever, I cook it and then I eat it cold. I think it's good. And I haven't had pasta in a while. Right, exactly. I'd be like, originally they were taking information, and you had to have like a dining reservation. If you had a dining reservation, you could park there. That's worth a shot. Randy, you could see if you can get a dining reservation, and then they'll let you park there. But just for the duration of your dining, and like say, hey, I've got a dining reservation at 6. I think they have them because they've checked us before. Well, like when we drove, we had a rental car in 2018. We didn't have park tickets, but we had a breakfast at Ohana when they still had Lilo and Stitch. And then, so we went over, and we were there like an hour before our dining reservation. They're like, well, you know you're here about an hour early. And we said, well, yeah, we didn't know how long it was going to take us to get from our resort to here. And they're like, okay, well, past your dining reservation, you have 2 hours to be parked here. And we're like, okay, that's fine. So after we ate, we went like around the monorail, and I was about to have a heart attack because we were coming up on like an hour and a half when we got on the monorail. And Sam's like, it's going to be fine. You're going to be okay. But let me tell you, I was having a panic attack by the time we got to the car, going, oh my gosh, is the car even going to still be there? And Sam's like, yes, the car's still going to be there.
Oh, this lighting this morning is terrible. Good morning.
Good morning.
Let's see if this makes it shadows, but a little better. Who we got in here?
Just Randy.
Just Randy. Hey, Randy.
They do. I think they try to scare you into making sure that you don't go to the theme parks. Trying to park at the resorts and circumventing, if you're off property, the parking fee.
Oh. I mean, that's also why they don't have buses going from Disney Springs to the parks.
Yep. Morning lady in the corner named for Christy.
I feel like that is a very Game of Thrones name.
Somebody put Christy in the corner. She's in trouble.
Christy's been in the corner for 5 years now. Well, I think the first 6 months on my channel was Christy's commentary, but it's funny because as soon as I changed it to Christy's Corner, my husband created a streaming area for me up in the bonus room, which is technically still there. But the connection in the bonus room, I guess because it's over the garage, is terrible. So I pretty much just moved it down here and was doing it in different places downstairs, whether it be like sitting in front of the Christmas tree during Christmas time, sitting at the kitchen table, just different places until we started permanently working from home. And his office was like right here, where this is actually the office corner. But then he moved it upstairs to the bonus room on the opposite side of the wall from where my Christy's Corner is. And my permanent working spot was at the dining room table, and I moved it over here. But I don't have a real desk. This is a folding desk I'm using. And my boss was like, well, since we're closing the office, do you want one of the desks from there? And I was like, kind of no, because they're even bulkier and more tacky than a folding table.
That's when you say yes, take it, bring it home, and sell it, and buy the one that you want.
I should have thought of that, but I didn't.
Have you seen my craft desk?
Yeah, I think I have.
It was free.
Nice.
When Salmon first got transferred from active duty to the National Guard, we were stationed in an armory in Wichita. Well, the city and the state condemned it because the heat and air didn't work, except in like one room. And so they were getting rid of stuff. And I was like, oh, I told Sam, I want one of those big metal desks for a new crafting desk. And the commander walks by and goes, Lena, come here. Because, everything when you move has to be inventoried. If it's not on the inventory sheet, it does not go. It cannot be moved. This desk, no one knows where it came from. It wasn't on the inventory. So a solid, nice, thousands of dollar work desk came to my house.
Nice.
It's a big L. It's got the hutch. It's great.
But I had the time of my life. I'm sorry. When you said that, that's what popped into my head.
So, but that is exactly why the buses are on from Disney Springs. And, if you don't want to, I get it. A lot of people are still miffed that you are having to pay when you're staying at a resort.
But the thing is like, so the cheap hotels in the area don't charge. But anything, I'm talking like the ones that are like $40 a night and you're kind of sketchy and you're like, am I going to get a contact high?
Right.
But any hotel in Orlando they charge different rates. Like the one I'm staying at, I think is like $14 or $15 a night. Yeah. But they go anywhere all the way up to $50 a night, which is ridiculous. Like I get 25, but 50.
And if they don't charge outright for it,
they put it into their fees section.
Right. If there's probably a resort fee, because and because I remember when this happened, it was what, March of 2018, I think.
Mm-hmm.
It was a big deal. Like the bloggers and stuff were announcing it before the cast members even knew. And so Sam and I had already changed our plans to stay at our Westgate. So, and like Disney doesn't even really charge a resort fee. They charge a parking fee. And really, I can understand. They've got some people that like, they're pulling in big, huge RVs. When we were there was a literally guy who must have been semi-driving and meeting his family because his semi-truck was in the parking lot.
I wonder if they charge them more because they're taking up more spots.
I wonder if they
that'd be interesting to know. They probably don't. When we booked our 2018 trip, we booked it prior to the announcement of that, so we actually didn't have to pay that trip. And if they give you a free trip, which I didn't expect that, when they give you a free trip for whatever reason, they don't charge you the parking fee.
And if you are staying at if you are a DVC member, and it's before they change the rules, so you have a different color card, then you don't have to pay fees either.
I wish that if you're an annual pass holder and you're staying on property, that you don't have to pay it. And I'm not an annual pass holder, not for Disney, but at Universal I am. And that's one thing is you still have to pay the parking, even though you're an annual pass holder. But the thing is like you can literally just go to City Walk and not have to pay to park because you're an annual pass holder. Same thing with Disney. You can go to any of the parks and not have to pay for parking. Right. So I feel like an annual pass holder should not have to pay for parking at the resort.
I agree. And for those that don't know, I know, Christy, you know, Universal does not own the resorts on their property.
Right.
It's owned by a company called Loews Hotels. So they are a third-party contract with Universal. So I agree on both of that. I think that if you are an annual pass holder, there should be like you scan your card or whatever when you get to the front desk, and they verify that it's an active pass holder, not just like here's my flash a card like it's 3 years expired or whatever.
I do that. I mean, mine's active, but I mean, I've gotten discounts at Disney by flashing somebody else's annual pass holder card.
See, they scan them now.
Do they?
Mm-hmm.
They didn't in October.
They scan. And they ask for ID.
I'll take that back. I can't say that they didn't. I can say that most of the locations I went to just validated that the card holder, like it was there, and they didn't do anything else and went on about their business. There were a couple of places I went to where they asked for an ID, and I was like, oh, they're not with me. And then they didn't give me the discount. One was Starbucks, and the other, was it Animal Kingdom? It was Animal Kingdom in the main store on, like when you're walking towards the tree, there's two main stores on the left and the right. The one on the right, but my friend was with us at that point, and we got the discount. But they were like, "Well, you can't get the discount if you're not paying. The other person has to, or you have to pay. The other person can't pay." And she was like, "I'm standing right here. Why can't she pay?" She's like, "Look, I will pay. You pay me back." I was like, "Okay." So there was that. And I was like, that's ridiculous. If they're at least here, whatever. But so there were a couple of places that did that, but a lot of the places didn't even bother scanning it. But that place did, and then Starbucks just denied me completely.
My suggestion is that if you think there's something that should be changed, like if for example, annual pass holders. One, right now, annual pass holders don't get a whole lot of perks. Either way, either one, at Disney or at Universal. Some of the perks are gone.
Yeah.
Because if you're not staying at a resort, now for Universal, this one isn't true. It's more for Disney. With Disney, like if you were an annual pass holder, they would let you in with the extra magic hours. At least when we were there in 19.
Oh, really? Disney would? I did not know that.
And I don't know if it was just a fluke that it happened for the people we were with or not. I know for Universal it's a perk. But I think that it's worth sending an email to Disney and to Universal saying, hey, look, I'm an annual pass holder. And while I understand that there has to be some fees, I don't think if I've already paid you X amount for an annual pass holder, that I should be having to pay these parking fees. Quite frankly, I think that here's the deal. Disney made it this huge deal that they were charging a parking fee. I honestly think if they had went in and upped the prices by $15, excuse me.
Well, they did do that too.
Well, they didn't do it the same day.
No, they did it like a month later.
Yeah. So if they didn't even say anything and just raised the prices $15, $20, no one would have said anything. And then get an email later, by the way, we are now charging a parking fee. It is now included in the cost of your room. People would have been, okay, whatever.
I would actually like that. Mainly because, like, what if you forget that there's a parking fee and you're there for 10 days and it's $25 a night?
It's automatic. If you have a car, when you check in and you scan your Magic Band, it automatically goes onto your charge account that first day.
Yeah. They automatically take it out. Either they charge it to your room or they take it out of the card on file. Yep. Which is the thing is though, is even if you're not getting charged those parking fees, like say it was a free trip, they still do a pre-authorization on your card
of $100.
Yes.
And if you stay under the $100, like Sam and I will stay we will calculate everything as we go. If we just want to use our Magic Bands, otherwise we're using Disney gift cards. But if we stay under that $100, and then we'll either go when we get back to the resort or the following morning, depending on how much we've put on our bands, and we pay it off right away. And that way, it's only ever charged at $100.
Yeah, I never use my Magic Band to pay for anything, charging to the room. I take that back. When I have the dining plan, if I'm going to be getting like an extra drink or something, because one alcoholic beverage is included, if I'm going to get an extra drink and the tip, I usually just go ahead and charge to the Magic Band, so I don't have to pay with the Magic Band and give them my card. But like purchasing things and things like that, I always use a gift card or my debit card that I carry on me.
Hello to Miss Southern Belle and Christine Hickman. Thanks for joining us this morning. Good morning. Good morning. But it's real, and the resorts used to have higher spend limits. Values were $500, moderates were $800, and deluxes were $1,200. Well, what happened was, it didn't matter what kind of card you had on file. If it was a Visa, MasterCard, it could be one of the PayPal debit cards. And as long as it was an active card, you could charge to your room, and they wouldn't authorize your card for that payment until you hit that threshold, whatever it was. Well, what happened was somebody used one of those like Green Dot prepaid cards. It was active, but it only had, because they still pre-authorized $100, but you could charge up to X amount before they charged for the full amount. They were only there a few days, and they had a high threshold, so they walked out of the resort and didn't pay.
Oh.
So that's when Disney went to this, okay, we're going to pre-authorize $100. Once you spent over $100, we're charging you for it. and we're putting another $100 hold on your account. So that's something really to make note of if you plan to charge something to your Magic Band and you're staying at Disney, is that if you go over that $100, they will charge you for the amount and pre-authorize another $100. So it could really put your account in a tailspin if you are not aware of it. That's why Sam and I never charge anything over $90 on onto our Magic Band, and we pay it off right away. One, it means that we don't have to be carrying our gift card with us all the time if we don't want to. And sometimes it's fun to charge with your Magic Band. Sometimes it's just easier to swipe your Disney gift card, but sometimes it's fun to use your Magic Band too.
Yeah, I mean, I like the dings that it makes. And I did have, like, some of those Magic Bands have like special lights that come on and special sounds. I had one like that. I never used it because, let's be real, I don't like Hocus Pocus. So I actually gifted it to somebody. And it was one of those limited edition ones from the very last Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, the one from
19.
Yeah.
Somewhere, and I don't know where it went. I know it's in the house or in a box. I have the Dooney and Burke Haunted Mansion Magic Band. And what's nice about the 2.0 ones is that you can change out the pucks in them. So, like, even if because they say that the puck is only good for the RFID for a couple of years. Now that Disney's not, giving the free bands, it's not as easy. You still have to buy it. But before we went in 19, all Sam did was change out the pucks from our old one to the new one on mine, and we were ready to go. It was actually one of the first videos that we did for that trip, I think.
I'm trying to find my affiliate Amazon link because I have 2 products that I do it. Liner marks were on my arm yesterday that I showed you.
Yeah.
I bought 2 different sets of colored eyeliner from Amazon, and I did a video of which one's better. And I'm trying to find my Amazon affiliate link so I can link it and get commission on anyone that purchases it.
That's awesome.
Can't find it.
Oh,
anybody can make an Amazon affiliate link.
Yep. So I am less than 60 days till our trip. And I have 3 dining reservations booked. The night that I get there, I'm going to do dinner at the Grand Floridian Cafe because there's nothing available for the Contemporary at all.
Really?
Yeah, nothing.
You think people are booking those so that they can watch the fireworks?
Mm-hmm. So there wasn't even an Ohana or anything.
Ohana is so good.
For me, unless Sam is there as well, I don't, even at like when we go to the buffet, we don't do it very often because I don't really eat a lot when it comes to the buffet. I get full really quick. So I tried to pick places where I could pick and choose off the menu and not have to worry about, like, I'm paying, like, I was going to do beer. I was like, oh, I'll do Be Our Guest for lunch, forgetting that it wasn't a quick service. It is $62 per person to eat at Be Our Guest under the new prefix meal.
Is for Be Our Guest?
$62 per adult.
So I've never been to their signature dining, but I find it, I don't know if I find it frustrating or what, but it used to be a quick service place.
It used to be a quick service for breakfast and then
And
sit down
lunch.
for dinner.
Yeah.
It started out as just table service credit for dinner. Then they added a quick service for breakfast. Then
And
they
lunch.
added a quick service for lunch. Adding a
Okay.
quick service for lunch was later. And then after the before the reopening,
They changed it to signature
they
at
changed
9.
the dinner to a signature, and lunch and breakfast were still a quick service.
Mhm.
Then after, when they reopened last year in July, it went to no breakfast, and lunch and dinner was a signature dining. And I'm like, the menu isn't even that good.
Well, the lunch one, they also changed the time to where lunch doesn't officially start till 2 or 1 or something.
11.
Right? 11. Okay. But I don't know. To me, it's a beautiful place to go and explore in there and everything. And I feel like they're taking advantage by giving subpar food, charging outrageous prices just because the location was so popular. I feel like a signature restaurant not only needs to have like location aspects to it, but also the actual food. Because now I don't know how they changed the food to now, but the food that I had the 3 times I've eaten there was not the best quick service food in that park. Pecos Bills is better than Be Our Guest food wise when it was a quick service.
Right.
And Sleepy Hollow is a snack place, and their food is good. And freaking the spring rolls are better than, because I remember getting the French dip once at Be Our Guest. It was so unmemorable that I don't remember anything but the French dip. The bread was dry, the meat was dry. I had to like drench it in the dip sauce. The gray stuff that came to us, like we didn't get it on a cupcake. We got it in a little Mickey shape because it was Ephraim's birthday. It was grainy. Like it's all it is icing. And it was grainy icing, even like nice icing. So I don't know.
So I've got the menu, and this is from allears.net. And it says here in the note, if you're looking for like an easy to access menu, All Ears really does keep theirs up to date. And they're easier to
the Diz. The Diz does that too.
And it's a lot easier access, I think, than the regular Disney World website.
Yeah. Allears.net, Diz, and one other one have really great resources for looking for food, the menus, finding out what kind of restaurant it is, table service, signature, whatever, and if it takes the dining plan.
Yeah.
But again, the dining plan isn't officially back up yet.
Yeah. So it says, upon park reopening in 2020, Be Our Guest lunch changed to a prefix meal. $62 for adults and $37 for kids.
$37 for kids?
Mm-hmm.
How much is it usually for kids?
I don't know. But
At
it's
like
not. I'll find another sit down and we'll compare buffet and we'll. So you get one appetizer, one entree, the dessert trio, and a non-alcoholic beverage. So your appetizer.
So did they remove the alcoholic beverage? Oh, this doesn't include the dining plan.
Right. This isn't dining plan.
Yeah.
So you either get French onion soup, an assorted meat and artisanal cheese selection, or a lobster bisque. Your entrees are a herb salted pork tenderloin, a center cut filet mignon, pan seared sea scallops, and a chicken. They have a plant-based option of mixed greens with a hazelnut brittle, seasonal fruit with a stone fruit vinaigrette, and then some sort of spiced sauteed seasonal vegetables. Your dessert trio is a lemon jam macaron, a white chocolate chip cup with gray stuff and crisp pearls, and a dark chocolate truffle filled with dark chocolate Grand Marnier ganache. And then you get a drink. I'm sorry. That is not worth $70.
No, I don't think so either.
because if you figure that that's not including tax and it's not counting in gratuity, you're looking at minimum $7 or $70 per person. I'm sorry, it's just not. I mean, even when it was a sit down, because the first year that we went, we were on property for one night and off property the rest. If you haven't heard this story before, Sam didn't want to go, and I had to make the trip as cheap as possible for him to agree to go. And now he absolutely loves going. But we paid out of pocket for this meal, and it wasn't even $70 per person picking items off the menu. So it's like, why does it have to be that expensive? So let's scroll. Okay, let's use Cape May Cafe is a buffet at Beach Club, and typically it does have a character breakfast. Obviously, right now it doesn't. Adult price is $42 per person for an all-you-can-eat buffet. A child price is $25 for ages 3 to 9 for all you can eat. There, if you notice, there was no kids options on that other menu.
None at all?
None at all. What kid wants an artisanal meat and cheese platter? Unless they've got really, really refined tastes. And this is a sample menu. If the kids actually have a kids buffet, and I do have a video of the buffet from one of our mornings on our last trip under that playlist. But for dinner, they have a carving station, a hand-carved strip loin with horseradish cream and onion jam. They have fruits and an olive, artisanal olive area, and salads, and chilled marinated shrimp. And you're paying $42, pretty much $50 per person. I think it turned out to be a little over $100 for the two of us to have breakfast. All you can eat.
It's a lot for a breakfast, though.
Character meals are more pricey. And buffets are going to be a little, and buffets themselves are going to be a little higher too. But comparatively, I can eat all the gluten-free Mickey waffles I want for $50.
You know what I found out? That they have, God, where was that? I was watching DFB's new video yesterday, but they have, Nomad's Lounge has gluten-free churros.
Really?
I can't eat them because they're cinnamon and I'm allergic to cinnamon, but I mean, that's a good, and she also said that they're the best churros that she's ever had, or the gluten-free ones at Nomad Lounge in Animal Kingdom. You mentioned gluten-free, it made me think of the churros.
Yeah, no, you're good. And right now, it's like near impossible to get any type of reservation because people don't know. The people don't know what they want to do, and they don't know. I think it's worse now than it was before, as far as dining reservation hoarding. Because of the park reservation system.
Yeah.
I had somebody contact me about getting tickets, and I said, well, and they're like, I talked to them a little bit, and I got a message back. I'm like, we're just going to wait until we get there, because I talked to one of my friends who's a cast member, and they said we don't have to have a park reservation to get in. And I said, your cast member friend is 100% wrong. You do have to have a reservation to get into the park. I said, and parks are there. I was on Zoom with her, and I sent the park reservation calendar, and I said, look, here is today. You cannot get into, I think it was yesterday, it was Magic Kingdom and Studios. I said, and it's been that way for a month. I said, do you really want to take the risk of waiting until you get there to buy a ticket and not getting into the park that you want? Okay. Bye, Christy. I don't know if she was having internet issues or what. So, anyway. I'm typing something. So, anyway, what do you guys think in the chat about the pricing of meals at Disney? Do you think that it's pretty on point? Do you think it is a little high? Do you think it's about, what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Randy preferred the quick service Be Our Guest. I see, we never went to the quick service Be Our Guest. Okay. Christy will be back momentarily. Apparently they had an internet problem. Yikes. We never did the quick service Be Our Guest. I always went, ooh, I'll just do that next trip. Well, that's not gonna happen now. So my suggestion is, if there's some place that you really want to eat or really want to try because for whatever reason, maybe something specific's on the menu or it's really a place that you want to eat, I definitely suggest doing it because you never know when it's not going to be an option anymore. Hence, the Be Our Guest quick service isn't there anymore, and I no longer will get to try it. Wah, wah, wah. So, on another topic, I started back to school shopping on Friday. Our local Dillon's, which is a Kroger affiliate, was having, sorry for the weird noise background. It's cold here this morning. It is 62 degrees. And while I normally keep my house at 60 something, it's like the house is like cold. Peaches was like woke me up because Sam got up and went to work and we had the air conditioners off. And I went, man, it feels a little stuffy in here. So I turned the AC fan on in our bedroom, and probably about 20 minutes later, Peaches is like pawing at me. Because she was like all fluffed out and cold. Hey!
Hey, sorry, my internet connection just dropped everything.
Did it go out or just?
Yeah, it did for a couple of minutes. I got an email, not email, but a message on there saying that AT&T had emergency maintenance. And I was like, oh, well, that's always good.
Well, hello. It says, well, look what popped up on my recommended. Hello, Lena. Hey, Does Our Dreams? Jeff or Angela. Welcome in. Glad that you're here this morning. Wednesday morning, I do a little segment called Coffee Corner while I'm on school break. I'm going to be down in your neck of the woods in about 60 days. So.
Oh, I just spilt my drink.
I thought you were going to say, I was just going to rub it in, or something.
Oh, I'll be there in like, what?
A little after me.
Hold on. I got my countdown right here. 68.
That means I'm at I'm at 56. It's Angela. Hey, Angela. And Angela says hello to you, Christy.
Hi, Angela. Oh, my nose is all itchy now.
Yep, I have Boo Bash tickets for the 18th.
I'm really thinking about upping my Universal Pass so I can go to Halloween Horror Nights, but I don't want to go by myself because I'm terrified of clowns.
You should McDork Pop. See if they'll go with you.
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't know what pass level they have.
Most people that go to Horror Nights, even though they don't have it they said they may not do it this year, are going to pay for multiple nights of tickets because you can't
They already announced the dates. How are they not going to do it?
They are not doing the frequent fear passes.
Oh.
They're also not doing the character dining.
I would be okay if they didn't do anything clown related.
So far, oh wow, you have August 17th. Awesome. I'm going down for it's a scrapbook crop. I really don't plan to do a whole lot of scrapbooking all in there. I plan to just be in the parks, but take advantage of their really good deal on the Contemporary.
I'm trying to remember what was it. Oh yeah. Sorry, talking to myself.
You're fine. We do it all the time. So I will get in the 16th and I leave on the 19th. So I'm in Magic Kingdom on Friday the 18th and I'm at Epcot on the 19th. And I do have a mid-afternoon reservation on Saturday for Beaches and Cream. Yeah, I'm staying 2 nights at the Contemporary with the crop fees and stuff. I think it was like $700 total. They got a really good deal on the September. And I go mid-September and Christy goes the end of September. And then Sam and I will be down again in December, about the same time frame that we were last time, for 2 weeks. And we're staying at All Stars.
Ooh, did you know that YouTube changed how many characters you can use on your basic info tags from 1,500 to 500?
I did not.
Yeah. They did. I just noticed. I'm sitting here deleting stuff because it's messed up. Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, Angela, if you want to meet up, even if you want to meet up the night that I get there, maybe go have chicken. Oh, Diz Our Dream introduced us to Chicken Guy on our last trip, and we were so tired. Bless their hearts, they waited on us all day with our stupid flight delay. And we were so tired and everything that night. And we had Chicken Guy. And when we were there a couple weeks ago for that one day, we're like, we have to go back to Chicken Guy and see if it was as good as we remembered, or if we were just so tired and hungry. We didn't care what we ate as long as we ate something. And it was so good. Oh my gosh. Sam's like, you've been comparing fried pickles everywhere we go to the fried pickles you had at Chicken Guy.
Okay, now I'm going to have to go try their fried pickles because there's a place called Toots that's locally owned here that has the best fried pickles I've ever had in my life.
You have to go to Chicken Guy and get fried pickles. They are the standard for fried pickles.
Well, I'm going to see which one's better. I bet my local place is better.
You know, if it's local, I'm going to sure they'll probably be a little bit better. But like, I've even tried to make them at home and they're not as good.
Yeah, I've tried to make them at home before too, and they're definitely not as good. Something about a dirty deep fryer always makes them taste better.
It's like we watched that Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives with Guy Fieri, and one of the guys goes, I change my oil like once a month because the dirtier the oil, the better the food.
Right? It's so true.
Angela, I don't think I have your phone number anymore. When I did a phone upgrade, I lost about half of my contacts. So I don't.
Whatever reason, my phone does not want to keep my boss's phone number in it.
Maybe it's a hint that, excuse me, you need a different job?
No, I have a great job. I love my job.
You do love your job. I love my job too. I cannot believe I go to start back in school in like less than 30 days.
I'm like, and I definitely don't need another job. I love it.
Did you know that the day I start back to school is National Roller Coaster Day?
Ooh, I need to post national roller coaster information.
On the 16th.
Of August?
Yeah.
That is my husband's birthday.
That is National Roller Coaster Day as well. You should go take him to ride roller coasters. Okay, I can text you later. I have a call at 9, so I'll have to drop you. Okay, yeah, Angela. Shoot me a text message and we will chat.
Let's see.
I'm glad that we are popping up in recommended videos though for our coffee corner.
Yeah.
I did. If you look, and I've got them. My upcoming lives looks like a crazy person. If you look on my channel, but I did schedule coffee corners for the days that I am off of school. So I've got 3 more before I head back, and then I've got random ones scheduled throughout. If you see a coffee corner on a random day of the week, that means that there is no school for me.
That's, I mean, you said yours looks like a crazy person. Have you seen mine?
Yours doesn't have that many.
Oh, no. Go out there now.
No, did you?
I spent a couple of hours, a couple of days ago, and added every single magical makeup I'm doing through the end of the year.
Awesome. Okay.
I didn't add Castle Chat just because it's ever changing. So I didn't add that.
Okay. Did you know you have 2 travel talks listed for tonight?
Really?
Yeah.
I guess I created it and then forgot that I created it and created it again.
You've got 2 of them for tonight.
Hmm.
One just says travel talk and one says travel talk and it says the DVC resorts.
Okay, then I will use that one, which is the last link I sent you anyway.
Okay. If you want, you can just change the one that you have scheduled, the other one, to the 4th of August.
Okay.
Because that would be your next night to host. Angela, yeah, we've talked about trying Raglan Road again, but there really isn't a whole lot on there that Sam will eat.
I'm doing multiple things at once right now.
You're fine. So are we.
Okay. Excuse me. No.
The fish and chips are good, although you have to like fish. Well, you know Sam likes fish. You and Sam ate plenty of fish and chips while we were hanging out last time. And next Tuesday, it's not live yet, but I need to. I haven't put it up yet. But I'm going to be live streaming because I'm going to be trying to get in for marathon weekend for the 5K. So, because it takes a while to get through, we will live stream.
Ah.
Randy, when are you going to Kennedy Space Center? Do you already have your tickets? Sam loves the fish and chips at Yorkshire Fish Shop at Epcot. You do have your tickets, okay? Because I got sent these by someone. I have 2 tickets to Kennedy Space Center with no black for free. So I've been trying to figure out what to do with them. They're only good till the end of the year. Huh?
I said the D word. Sorry.
Oh.
I can't get my, I got my laptop fixed with the internet connection, but I can't get my computer. This one, the one that's like 3 screens here. I can't get this one to connect back to the internet.
Oh no. Yeah, Chrissy had internet drop, and now it's like it says you need a day off from work today, apparently.
I can't take today off.
I know. Raglan Road is even better than the UK. Oh wow. Well, we will probably maybe have to pop. I know we have a couple of Disney Springs time frames this year, so.
It says my network cable is undone, but my computer wouldn't have. I'll go check the network cable, but it should be fine if my laptop is connected, unless it's using my hotspot on my phone, which is possible. I'll be right back.
Okay, sounds good. Technology, gotta love it. Got to love it. Could be fun Instagram or YouTube contest for those tickets. I was thinking about that too, Randy. Sam was going to use them when we had other plans, but that changed. So I have to try to figure out what to do with them. So. Yeah, exactly. It was the best of technology times. It was the worst of technology times. Here she comes. We'll find out what's happening.
Can you hear me coming?
Yes, I can.
Oh, I got more coffee too.
Of course you did.
Everything seemed fine. I guess I have to reboot the freaking computer, though I don't want to reboot the computer because it's in the middle of something.
Of course it is. That's how it always happens.
I know. Let's try that. Just restart.
Randy says it was the best of technology times. It was the worst of technology times.
I know.
We're having
a 9 o'clock meeting, so I'm like, I better. I spilled everything today. Crap.
Randy wants to know if you got coffee for everybody.
If you come get a pot of coffee, I got a pot of coffee here, and I also have my keto iced coffee in the fridge. Come get it.
We drive 6 hours to work and stay in Gainesville, and it's closer to Kennedy, then go back to Disney area. So doing that, Kennedy started winning. Oh, where in Gainesville are you staying? If you don't have your reservation yet, I highly suggest the Drury. The Drury Inn has the 5:30 kickback, and they call it appetizers, but it's like a full dinner, and each person gets 3 drinks included with that, and they serve a really nice breakfast.
Is this thing leaking? You know how coffee mugs never make a ring of coffee on your table?
Mm-hmm.
Ever? This one totally did. Like a whole coffee ring.
Is it leaking?
That's what I was wondering. I hope not.
Get something and clean it up and put a paper towel under it.
Yeah, I did tissue because I don't have a paper towel without having to get up, but I have 2 boxes of tissue right here. There's one of the other ones I know.
You use fancy. This is my Kleenex.
Yeah, I'm fancy because our office is closing.
Right.
When I was in there getting my stuff, this was on my desk. And then there was another one just sitting on the counter. And I was like, can I have these 2 boxes of tissues? And he was like, take the freaking tissue. I was like, sweet.
Woohoo.
I was like, can I go to the bathroom, get all the toilet paper? And I was like, I'm joking. I don't want that 1-ply toilet paper.
That's when you send it with your kids to school for Kleenex. Okay, thanks for stopping in, Angela. And we will hopefully talk soon. Nice. We'll note that. I booked the Red Roof as my second Red Roof stay, so we should get a free night now. We've stayed there before. Awesome. That's always great too. I love looking, like, if you have an opportunity to stay at a Drury, I highly, highly recommend it, just because they're usually fairly inexpensive as like really nice hotels go. Plus, if you figure in the 3 drinks and the $5.30 kickback and the really nice breakfast, you've saved, like, just in the, like, if you figure on the middle average, a drink, if you go to a bar, is like $10 plus tip. And if you're getting 3 free drinks, and they do have a tip jar, and we did throw in a couple 5s for tips.
And you're saying a Drury Inn?
Drury, Drury. Yes, and we get commission.
That's where my husband stays when he travels for work. So
I'm sure, because they don't have to feed him.
Yeah. And there's like the one where he travels. I'm not going to say where he travels to.
Right.
That will give it away. But when he travels, he usually goes to the same location most of the time. I mean, sometimes he'll go to like Seattle or something, but this one location he usually goes to, and there's a Longhorn across the parking lot. So he will actually go there to eat too. That's funny. I'm like, yeah, you're eating steaks every night on your trip. It's like a vacation. He's like, it's not like a vacation, but I do get to eat it. Comes back about 5 pounds heavier, which
I'm sure. Well, I think
he weighs 130 pounds. I'm like, you need to get some weight.
Yeah, Sam was like, I don't know if I could. This year he's not ready to do Dopey. And he said he probably won't do it for a couple years. He wants to like have time to train for it and do like a timed marathon so he can have a good time to submit. But the other day, what was that? Sunday? It was Sunday. Sam got out all of the Christmas decor for outside and set it all up how he wants it, took pictures. I threw up the tripod and his phone and filmed like 5 videos for December.
Awesome. I really, really need to concentrate on actually making content rather than just doing unboxings, because lately it's just been unboxings. I've not felt like putting the thought and effort into creating new content. So I've just been doing unboxings. Although I will say, like the one I mentioned earlier, that one was for content purposes, like the which eyeliner brand is better. But the main reason I did that is because I had an eyelash company, a magnetic eyelash company, reach out to me to send me a box of eyelashes for review.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
It's on its way. I got shipping notification yesterday for completely free. And they had said, we really liked where you did a comparison video. Really, you just do a review of these eyelashes, but if you want to also create a comparison video to the eyelashes you currently use, that would be fantastic. So I really only did that so that I could get the the groove of doing a comparison video. So I have 2 videos on the eyelashes that
That's awesome. But like, this is what you guys know how I schedule stuff out. But this is what my document looks like right now. Sam just got the outdoor decor out for the Olympics, so I need to edit that today and get that done. But I've got everything done. I moved all of our cruise stuff starting August 1st because since that was a gifted trip, I thought it was better to go ahead and get that started instead of waiting because Branson's stuff can hold. So it literally goes through the end of the month. I've got 2 videos for that left to do. I've got a travel tip video to record and a packing revisited video to record. And then I've got a video that I'm going to do for my birthday. And then we're going to do something as a 9/11 tribute video. Not quite sure what it's going to be yet, but I've got time to think about that. And then starting the 15th, the day that I leave, we'll start kicking off my videos for my Orlando trip. And I've got like collabs and swaps in there. And real-time uploads and stuff. But I mean, I know what I'm doing up through in middle of October.
Oh,
bless you.
Thanks.
Well, it's a little over an hour, and I know that we were trying to stick to about an hour live streams. So, Christy, if you want to tell us what is coming up for you, we will go ahead and kind of end it here.
Let me have a look. Collab-wise, what is today? The 21st?
Yep.
Okay, so collab-wise, we've got a Christmas in July craft that you're hosting on the 24th, where I do a makeup look. On the 25th, I know you're hosting a recipe, but I was already in a swap called Christmas Joy in July, hosted by the Disney Housewife. So I'm doing that one instead of the recipe. Plus, I just haven't felt like cooking lately.
There you go.
And then tomorrow's Magical Makeup with Christy is going to be Harry Potter themed, and we've got Just Jessie coming on. And that one will also be recorded and a makeup look for your Happy Birthday Harry Potter collab on the 31st.
Yeah, Sammy's recording hers tomorrow, I think, as well.
I guess since we're already towards the end of July, I'll mention August stuff. It looks like the only thing I have going on in August is I'm supposed to be doing a swap with Pixie Dust and Parenting, but I haven't heard from her and I haven't received yet. She's received, so that may be pushed out because it was originally scheduled for June and got pushed out to August. So I don't know about that one. For videos, we're not doing Castle Chat this week, are we?
No. My guest had to push off because they had a family member come into town.
Yeah. Then I guess I can tell you what I've got coming up in terms of videos, which let me go back real quick. I post every Thursday and Friday, or every Monday and Friday. I don't know why I said Thursday. Who knows? So no, that's not tomorrow. Friday's video is what is Friday? Friday's the 21st. 23rd?
Yep.
I've got a keto crate unboxing on Friday. And then obviously I've got something on the 24th and the 25th. I'm not posting a video on the 26th because there's like 3 in a row right there. I may change this tomorrow's video so that there's not 3 in a row and do something else and put that somewhere else. but I've got the eyeliner videos mentioning. It comes out on July 30th. And we'll just leave it at that. No Castle Chat this week. Harry Potter Magical Makeup tomorrow. We've got Travel Talk tonight on my channel.
Yep. Okay. Well, I want to thank everyone for hanging out with us this morning. Like I said, there's only 3 more coffee corners after this, and then I am back to it, back to school. So make sure and give your teachers a hug. They are preparing for another year. Coming up on our channel, like you saw, starting August 1st is our gifted cruise from Royal Caribbean on Freedom at the Seas. It will pretty much run the full month of August for those videos. So that is the content coming up. Tonight, Travel Talk on Christy's channel. We'll be talking the DVC resorts in Shades of Green. Tomorrow night is Magical Makeup, which is Harry Potter themed. Sunday, Craft and Chat at 4 p.m. on my channel. We're coming up on the end of July. I can't believe it. I've got 2 collabs, like Christy said. I've got my Christmas in July collab, which the 24th is a craft or makeup or kind of whatever, and the 25th is a recipe, and the 31st is a Happy Birthday Harry Potter collab. And next month, like I said that. My brain is fried, and it's only 8 o'clock in the morning.
How much coffee have you had? Enough yet?
I've had no coffee this morning. I've had juice, so that's probably part of it.
Maybe.
Yeah, right. So want to thank everyone who came out and joined us this morning. Make sure if you haven't yet to smash that like button, and we will see you tonight on Christy's channel for Travel Talk. Have a great